Okay, this is exercise 312 in the Pro Copy book, and it is the first multiple regression output that we're looking at. And this is like a reduction of the total output that comes from Excel. But what's kind of cool about this is that the idea is that she's trying to figure out what the sales would be using a model based on past data, and she's thinking that marketing expenditure should help explain sales. So I guess you could set your sales based on how much you budgeted your marketing for. I don't know, I'd have to think about that. I'm not sure I would do it, but that's the concept, and it might actually work. But she also thought that maybe the number of units sold and maybe the number of salespeople working would also affect the number of sales. So she got a bunch of old data, all right, put it into a file and analyzed it, and did, in the first place, like when you've got multiple regression, the first thing she did was do 3 separate regressions, okay, just with one variable each. And this shows, like, just marketing expenditures alone, the R square is 0.59, okay, so that's really high. And the p-value is 0.003, you know, well below 0.05. So the slope is significant. It kind of makes sense that the more you spend on marketing, the more you sell. And the R square is fairly robust, okay? You got 0.59, it's almost 0.6. Now for the number of units sold, you can see our R square goes down quite a bit, you know, almost half, to 0.3601. What else do we have here? It's interesting how the big change in the variable cost, huh? But the p-value is still low, 0.039. It's not as strong as this one. It's the marketing expenditures, but it's still below 0.05. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then when we look at the number of salespeople, the R square is ridiculous. It actually explains 0.01% of the variance, you know, or 1% of the variance, which is ridiculous. So I can't even imagine using this. And you can see your p-value is almost 1, which would mean absolutely no, you know, there'd be no effect at all, but it's 0.74. So it looks like the first 2 are pretty good at this point. Then we go to a multiple regression, and what she did here is, it takes a while to look at this and really see it, but when you look at your variables here, your variable costs, this is marketing expenditures and the number of units sold. This one is units sold and number of salespeople. This is marketing expenditures and salespeople. Okay, so 3 different combinations. And the R squares are interesting. For the first one, marketing expenditures and units sold, the R square is a tiny bit better than it was for marketing alone, suggesting that the number of units sold contributes a little to the model. Okay, which is supported by the p-value, which is, you know, 0.63. It's really high. Even the marketing expenditures is 0.04. It's less than it was when it was all by itself. So this would clearly be the better model, to use marketing expenditures alone rather than this one, okay, because the units sold kind of deleted it. Even though the R square is bigger, okay, that would be my take on it anyway. Then we've got, I'd want to see a graph too. I'd want to see the data. This one, the second multiple, is number of units sold and number of salespeople. Okay, so the number of units sold is just above a 0.05, so that would be, you put it at a 10% significance level. Number of salespeople is almost 1, so it's again really negligible. See, after seeing these results, I would have thrown this out. I wouldn't have used it at all. But if we go down here, you can see that your R square is down too. The R square is only 0.3605. Okay, all right. Let's see, 0.94. That's really bad. And then in the last one is marketing expenditures and number of salespeople. And again, our R square is still strong at 0.5974. Here it was 0.6076. So this is 0.5968. It's almost the same as marketing alone. All right, our p-value for marketing expenditures is still really strong, and the number of salespeople just still looks even worse. Okay, so which of the 6 model provides the best? Sorry, I really had to yawn. Sorry. provides the best model, I would go with just marketing alone, because I wouldn't want to. You don't want to throw extra variables in unless they really have explanatory power. Okay, and none of these models made that cut. So, of course, we're looking at these two with the two. Well, no, units sold. Units sold is a little. It contributes a little bit to it, but you can still see the p-value is really low on it. And I think that's about it. The solution or the regression runs in Excel are available in the Pro Copybook. They're right after it. Okay, if you want to, no, they're not. What's after it? Oh, a discussion of it. Okay, of the results.